A 15.3-inch 165Hz OLED display powered by up to the AMD Ryzen AI 400 series with up to the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 laptop GPU, massively improved battery life, all in a portable form factor starting at just 1.87 kg. This is the Lenovo Legion 5A Gen 11 and I've partnered with Lenovo Legion and AMD to tell you all about it. Now for the unboxing, you get the Lenovo Legion 5A Gen 11. There's an included 245-watt powered adapter and cable, as well as the Lenovo Legion M220 wireless RGB gaming mouse. And here it is. I have the Gorgon Point CPU version, and one of the key things about the Legion 5A Gen 11 is that even though it's a gaming laptop, it doesn't scream gamer. It's relatively portable. At its thinnest point, it's around 18.95 millimeters, and it starts at around 1.87 kg, so not too heavy. Now, compared to the previous generation, it's around 5% thinner and 3% lighter. Now, I have it in this Eclipse black color, which is super nice. It's discreet and sleek, but it does attract fingerprints. Now, there is a Glacier white version available as well. That would actually be my go-to. It's a bit more striking, and because of its color and its texture, it actually doesn't attract any fingerprints at all. But don't let the minimal and portable form factor fool you, because this is packing a punch. So you can get this with up to the AMD Ryzen AI 9 465 processor, with up to 32 gigabytes of fast DDR5 RAM, up to 2 terabytes of M.2 2242 PCIe SSD storage, and with a dedicated NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 laptop GPU, and we have up to 170 watts total TDP. So the Legion 5A Gen 11 is going to be amazing for your day-to-day as well as gaming. So if you're somebody that's on the move, maybe you're a student that's going to be taking this into classes to make your notes and things, it won't be screaming gaming laptop, but when you want to wind down and maybe game with some friends or by yourself, this is going to let you immerse into AAA gaming. Now, to keep things cool when you're gaming, we've got 2 bottom fans which pull in cool air from the environment. They spin in opposite directions, so they cool the CPU and the GPU, then that air is pushed out to the rear vents. Now, these rear vents are super cool because they keep the heat towards the back. So if you're using a mouse, then your hands are not really going to feel any of that heat. We've also got the Lenovo LA1 and LA3 AI chips, and Legion is the only gaming brand with a dedicated AI chip, which helps with cooling and performance. Now let's talk about this stunning display, which is going to be ideal for gaming. We've got a 15.3-inch OLED panel, 16:10 aspect ratio with up to 165 Hz, a 1 millisecond response time, 500 nits brightness, 100% DCI-P3, up to VISA Display HDR True Black 1000 certified, Pantone color validated, Pantone skin validated, so it's a super color accurate display, but it's also easy on the eyes, and it's TÜV Rheinland certified with TÜV Rheinland anti-flicker certified too. And one new thing that you have on here, which you didn't have on the previous generation, is NVIDIA G-Sync support. Now, Lenovo are also using an upgraded panel material, which is going to increase longevity by up to 50% versus the competition. And then they've got something called Smart Shift via Scenario Detection. This uses Lenovo's AI Engine Plus to automatically detect the scenario, and it can adjust the display settings accordingly. As well as that, you've got algorithms to essentially eliminate screen burn-in. Now, I've only had this for a few weeks, so I've not been able to test it long term. But with all of these things in place, screen burning is going to be an issue that you're not going to have to worry about. The Legion 5A also comes with Legion Space. Now, this allows you to customize your system settings in one app, sync them across your other Legion devices, and it's a one-stop shop for all of your games. It also has a game store, so you can get some great game deals right here within Legion Space. There's a gaming zone, which has AI applications that can enhance your gaming experience, with a game clip master, which can automatically output clips based on your style. So if you want to share some highlights from your gaming, this is going to be able to automatically clip that up for you instead of having to go through hours and hours of footage. Now let's take a look at the ports, because we've got a wide range of port selection with a pretty unique layout. So on the left-hand side, we have an RJ45 port. Then there are 2 USB Type-C ports. These are USB 4, so they support up to 40 gigabits per second with power delivery 3.0. So that's between 65 watts to 100 watts with DisplayPort 1.4. Now on the right-hand side, there's an e-shutter button. there's an audio combo jack, and there's one USB Type-A port. But then we have ports on the rear. So there is one USB Type-A port, another USB Type-A port, and your DC in. Now what's amazing about this is, say you've got this plugged into the power as well as to a monitor via the HDMI port, then these are not going to be in your way on the sides, especially if you're using a mouse. They're going to be here towards the back and not in your way. And for connectivity, you've got super fast Wi-Fi 7 with Bluetooth 5.4. Now let's take a look at the keyboard. Lenovo have some of my favorite keyboards on any laptop. We've got 1.6 millimeters of travel with a 0.3 millimeter dish, which makes this keyboard super comfortable. There's 24 zone RGB with a 1 zone option, something you can customize. Lenovo Spectrum RGB software support with 100% anti-ghosting and 100% swappable keycaps. They've even managed to fit in a number pad. Now the trackpad's nice, it's very clicky, but it is slightly off center. However, when you're gaming, you're most likely going to be using this with a mouse. Now for audio, you have a 2-watt Harman speaker system with Nahimic audio, and these speakers sound great. Have a listen. There's a built-in 5-megapixel webcam with e-shutter. Now this is available with IR for Windows Hello.
And here's a quick video test on the webcam of the Lenovo Legion 5A Gen 11.
Now for the battery, this generation still comes equipped with an 80 watt-hour battery, but with the new optimizations, it provides vastly improved battery life over the previous generation.
And when you do want to be plugged in, then you have that 245 watt included charger. Now that can be a little bit big, and maybe you don't want to carry it around all the time with you. So as mentioned before, the USB Type-C ports do support 100 watts of USB charging. So you can survive without carrying the full power brick around with you. You can just plug in a power bank or even your standard smartphone charger, which will charge it up a little bit slow, but at least you have that option. Now finally, for the price. Now this is actually priced pretty competitively for what it's offering in its category. Right now in the UK, it starts between £1,400 and £1,500. But if you want the latest pricing and availability, then do check out the link in the description below. So that is the Lenovo Legion 5A Gen 11, a gaming laptop which doesn't scream gamer. And if you're somebody who's on the move, you want something compact, but that is powerful enough to run AAA games and really let you immerse into gaming whenever you want, then this is going to be ideal for you. That's what I think anyway. What do you guys think? Drop me a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. There'll be some related videos linked here and here. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then do smash that like button for me. And if you haven't already, then do consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time.